Today we will solve adding and subtracting integer problems. When we see a word problem, we're gonna follow the cubics guideline right here. So if we see the numbers, we're gonna circle that numbers. If we see the question, underline the questions. If we see the keyword, we're gonna box that keyword that we're gonna think is gonna helpful for you to solve that problem, and then we're gonna create an expression and then solve and check the answer. I also have add the vocabulary for adding and vocabulary for subtracting. If they're looking for the total or the sum, we're gonna add. But if they're looking for the difference, we're gonna subtract them. If they talk about accenting, or it's gonna be adding. If we talk about descent, we're gonna subtract. If you earn money, you add. If we spend money for something, we subtract. If they say rise, for example, temperature rise, you add. If they say the temperature drop, we subtract. If you make money, we add, but if we lost, we subtract. If we deposit money into the bank, or we deposit a check into the bank, it's add. If we withdraw or we take money away, that means we're gonna subtract. So we're gonna work on this guided practice. When we read a problem, we all need to create an expression and solve it. Okay? Don't just give me the answer. Okay? We're gonna learn how to create an expression. In the middle of winter, New Delhi was 20 degrees, while the temperatures in London was -6 degrees in Celsius. What was the difference between those two temperatures? So sometimes they may give you a number line, but sometimes we have to create our own number line. So I'm gonna do both way. Okay, if they give it to you, great. But if they don't, we're gonna create our own number line, especially in vertical number line. So we talk about 20 degrees, so that's the number we're gonna use. Temperature in London was -6 degrees, so I'm gonna circle the number. Then we underline the question. What was the difference between those two temperatures? We box the keyword. So the keyword is the New Delhi with that number, and then London was -6 degrees. Okay? All right. Then we're gonna create the expression and solve it. So we don't worry about Melbourne or Toronto. We just worry about New Delhi and London. So New Delhi was 20 degrees, London was -6. Okay, and we're gonna find the difference of these two numbers, 20 and -6. All right, so if we need to looking for the difference means we're gonna subtract. Take the highest number, subtract to the lowest number. 20 minus to -6. Okay. So this is subtraction, so I'm gonna use KAO. Keep the first number, change subtraction to addition. What is the opposite of -6? Just 6. So the difference between that two capital is 26 degrees. All right, just in case they don't give you a vertical number line and we have to create our own, this is what we're gonna do. So this is your 0. Okay, New Delhi was 20 degrees Celsius, so we're gonna label that 20 on the number line. 20 is above 0, so this is 20. We put that 20 in a number line. London was -6. So -6 is about right here. Okay, find the difference. So we're gonna subtract. So as you can see, this is 20 units away from 0. And this is also 6 units away from 0. So this is reasonable. 20 add 6, 26. We got exactly the answer. Number 2, a plane is flying at the height 5,000 meters above sea level. So I include the picture right here. This is the sea level, and at the sea level it is 0. At a particular point, it is exactly above a submarine floating 1,200 meters below sea level. Okay? What is the vertical distance between them? Now, let's circle the number that we're going to use in this problem. 5,000 meters and 1,200 meters below sea level. I'm going to circle the whole thing because that tell me below sea level, so my number will be negative. Next, I'm going to underline my questions. What is the vertical distance between them? Vertical distance, another way to say it, what is the difference between that two locations? All right, I'm going to box the keyword. The keyword is, we can say the height is the keyword, and then so we're looking for the vertical distance, so that's the keyword as well. All right, so they already give you the pictures of the math problem, but you can look at that pictures, or sometimes we can create our own. Let's try it. So I always have 0 on my vertical number line, and I'm gonna put in the number that they give it to me, 5,000 meters above sea level. So it's gonna be positive. So 5,000 right here. And then the submarine was floating 1,200 meters below sea level, below. Okay, what is the vertical distance between them? So what is different between that 2 points? Different means we're going to subtract. Take the highest number, subtract to the lowest number. 5,000, subtract 1, subtract to negative 1,200. This is my expression. Now we're going to solve it. So subtraction problem, I use KAO. Keep the first number, change subtraction to addition. Opposite of negative 1,200 will be positive 1,200. So when I add these two numbers up, I have 6,200 meters is the difference between that 2 points, or the vertical distance. Number 3, a submarine was situated 800 feet below sea level. If it descended 250 feet, what is the new position? We can draw a number line to represent this problem as well, but first let's circle the number. And then we're gonna underline the questions, new position, that's what we're looking for. And then we box the keyword. Make sure 800 feet below sea level, you circle all of them. Okay, I'm gonna box the keyword is, one of them is descended. Okay, and we're looking for the new position. All right, so I'm gonna draw a number line. Okay, so 800 feet below sea level. So this is my 0, sea level, and this is my 800. and it's going down 250 feet. Descend mean going down more, 250 feet. Descend mean subtract or negative number. And then what is this new position? Which is when we stop right here, what is this place gonna be? Okay, so we will have 800 feet below sea level.
7th grade.
Descend mean subtract 250 feet. That is my expression. Let's solve it. When I have a subtraction problem, I'm gonna do KAO, negative 800, add, what is the opposite of 250? Negative 250. So they are both same size, so I'm gonna add them up. 800 at 250 will get me 1,050. Make sure they both negative. Because same side we're gonna add and keep. So after that submarine was descended, this position, new position right here, is negative 1,050 feet below sea level. A football team gained 12 yards on one play, lost 8 yards on the next play, and then on the third play lost another 5 yards. Write the sum integer to find the overall change in the field position after 3 plays. Okay, let's circle the number. Okay, and then let's underline the question. Write the sum of the integer. Find the overall change after 3 plays. And then let's box the keyword. Gain 12 yards for the first one. Lost 8 yards for the second one. And then the third one lost 5 yards. Okay, sum mean we're gonna add. Okay, we have like create expression. So gain 12 yards mean positive 12. Lost 8 yards mean negative 8. And then lost another 5 yards mean negative 5. So 12 plus negative 8. Same side add and keep, different side subtract. 12 subtract 8 is 4. Plus negative 5. So 4 add negative 5, they are different sides, so we're going to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. Keep the side of higher number. So that is the answer of the overall change in field position after 3 days. A soccer team spent $25 on supply for a car wash. They earned $320. What is the team profit? Is the amount of the team made after paying for the supply. Write the sum integer that represents the team profit and then solve it. Circle the number. Okay, and then underline the questions. Write the sum of the integers and then solve it. Box the keyword, spend $25 and then earn $320. Let's create expression, spend 25, negative 25, and then they earn $320. They are different size, so we're going to subtract. So they will have $195 profit. Last questions. The temperatures in Anchorage in Alaska was negative 12 degree at 9 a.m. and by 3 p.m. the temperature rose 10 degrees. What was the temperatures at 3 p.m.? Right. Let's circle the number. Negative 12 degree and then rose 10 degree. Let's underline the questions. What is the temperatures at 3 p.m. and the keyword? So Alaska is negative 12 degree at 9 o'clock and 3 p.m. it is 10 degrees. And then they ask what was the temperature at 3 o'clock. So again, you can draw your number line. Temperatures, I draw a vertical number line, negative 12 degree at 9 o'clock. Let's save this. And then it rose 10 degrees. So rose 10 means you're gonna add 10. And then what is this point at 3 p.m.? So negative 12. And then you add 10. Same side, add and keep. Different side, we subtract. 12 minus 10 will be 2. Keep the side of higher number. So 12 is greater than 10. So the answer is negative. So at around 3 p.m., it will be at negative 2 degree, which is really cold. Okay.